What's up, historians? Welcome back to another great episode of Historically Haunted Vodcast, the one, the only. I don't care how many people out there try to be. It's not them. It's me. You know that. Want to give a shout out to the sponsor for the second year in a row. It looks like he's already paying for the third year in a row, which is going to be awesome. And that is Trucker Donnie Green from Bauer Green Logistics Trucking Company. That's right. He was the truck driver in the original Stephen King film, or novel turned film, shot right here in Maine, right by my house, Pet Cemetery. He was the one that hit Gage with them flying the kite. Get the baby. So Donnie sponsors my show. I'm also his manager, his booking agent. So the truck actually from the movie has been refurbished. He's coming up in a couple of weeks or so, about a month or so, 2 months. And we're going to go take a ride, go see the truck. I'm going to do a live podcast from the truck. Look at that. All the stuff is got 666 on one side, 668 on the other. It's got the Rinco sign, all that shit. And Donnie's going to ride in the 4th of July parade in Maine, and he asked me to sit shotgun. So that's fucking killer right there. So you guys want to get Donnie Green in the truck for these Paracons conventions, let me know. Also sponsored by John Green Trucking Company, John Green Logistics Company. Appreciate them, too. They've been sponsored for 2 years straight. Appreciate that. Got to love that. So it's pretty cool that Donnie was like a truck driver in the movie. And like, if you looked at one of the episodes where he was on as my guest, he said that they paid someone to back his truck up. And he's like, I could do that because he's a truck driver in real life. And so they got rid of the guy, and Donnie did his own stunts. So shout out to Donnie and all them. Our guests are running a little bit late right now. They're having some technical difficulties. Sorry for the burp. You guys know her as Brie. Be like Brie, right? Yeah. Brie's also one of my clients as well. I'm also her booking agent. So shout out to Kathy. Kathy was talking about Bangor today. So our house in Bangor, that's pretty neat. Thanks for tuning in, Kathy. Elkis, appreciate you. George, what's up, my homie? Just want to say hello real quick, getting back to take off to Jacksonville from Atlanta. George is my brother. George has met and drank and ate and had just pictures with Marlon Taylor. Marlon Taylor was the he played, I think it was Michael was his name, in the original Losers Club in It. He's the black boy in the original first one. He's the actor. He's from Seattle. He's been a guest on my show. Marlon's awesome. And Donnie's also met my other client, Stacy Ross Stacy Johnson, as she goes by. She played Pennywise in the It remake. I know Bill Skarsgård did, but he had stand-ins because he couldn't do certain scenes. And Stacy was in the sewer scene when Georgie gets his arm ripped off in the beginning on Jackson Street. That was Stacy that played Pennywise. I'm also her agent, so if you want her, let me know. Another client of mine. What's up, Glorious Weirdo? From the Archangel of the Paranormal, Thomas Patrick Gormley. Follow him on TikTok for his great serial killer news and all that happy horse shit, man. It's pretty killer. It's good stuff. Pretty wild facts, good historian stuff with a twist of like, what the fuck? So cheers, everybody out there. Hope you get your beer. Stay here nice and cold in Maine, up here by the Appalachian Trail, Mount Katahdin, where the Wendigo is. It's about 26 degrees. Going to hit about 16 tonight. But making what we can do, right? Summer's coming. Hopefully you guys are staying warm where you are, safe where you are. Clients will be coming on soon. Another client of mine is also Brie. Brie Hollingshead is my client. Her boyfriend, Nick Carboni, sent her my way. He's from Old World Paranormal Society and Old World Paranormal Group and Old World Paranormal Podcast. And Brie is, of course, with, she's Be Like Brie, which is fucking Brie, right? She's been everywhere in God's creation. And she's also part of Remotely Paranormal. So that's killer. 62 in Arizona. Shut up, George. Must be nice. Fucking freezing here. So I'm in my living room instead of the podcast room. There's not a lot of heat in there. Trying to stay warm. Oil's like, dude, literally I got 100 gallons of oil last week. It was $3.65. And 100 gallons lasts you, if you're lucky, a month. If you're lucky. People say it's like 8 days, which I keep my thermostat real low. But yeah, man, the kerosene's like $4.36 for 100 gallons. So it's fucking, yeah, man. I'm trying to see what I can do here. That's why I appreciate you guys sending the stars. Like, I appreciate Brandon. Brandon's been sending me literally like, Brandon sent me like, I don't know, $60 worth of stars. Facebook keeps dropping it in my account. So the next time I get oil, Brandon, I appreciate it. It's from you. I know it sounds silly, but I appreciate it. Whatever I get goes towards that, man. It goes towards keeping the rent on, keeping the lights on, keeping the things flowing. I know I get all these clients and I get a podcast and I'm all this stuff, but I'm no millionaire. Ever since my car accident, I can only work part-time and I'm not on disability. So 25 hours a week at $15 an hour is not a lot of money. It is, but enough about me. Or unless anybody's got questions for me or anything, I'm just going to have to slay it until my guests come on. I'm trying to think what I've been reading lately into Stephen King's Elevation. Oh, there they are. So without further ado, I'm going to get about 10 people watching. They like to come in comfortably late. Brie and fucking Nick are the type of people at a party to come in and be like, where's your hors d'oeuvres? If everybody's already onto the meal. So here they are. What's up, guys? That's all right. I told you I'm good at jokes and stupid, worthless shit. So I got you. We got about 8 people watching. Nick, I got to ask real quick. Carboni, right? Is that Italian?
Yeah. Yep.
Pistelli, baby. My mom's maiden name. Yeah. So I gave you guys the introduction, but I want to be official again. We'll start ladies first. Brie Hollingshead is like I said, better at the Warren Con. She's be like Brie, but you're also remotely paranormal. Obviously, you Nick get your own Team Brick thing going on, and of course, Nick does Old World Paranormal Society, Old World Paranormal Team, and Old World Paranormal Podcast. So, how you guys been, man?
Tired.
I bet. I mean, Bree's posting, hey, Ohio, hey, Pennsylvania, hey, fucking New Jersey. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. Constantly all over the place. Dragging him along with me.
No rest.
Going live on TikTok. Going live on Facebook, TikTok. Oh, look at that. Everybody's chiming in now. There we go. Team Brick. Ooh, Leah Rivers. Yay, Italian. Oh, I got a spicy meatball showing up. All right. That's good. So I want to ask, because I don't want to be the black sheep in the room, or however the expression goes. How'd you all meet? I mean, obviously it's through the paranormal, but like, who pulled the trigger? Or like, what happened? Do tell.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, babe.
You want me to tell the story?
Yeah.
Okay, so
since you stalked me and drugged me.
Shut up!
Oh, Bala!
Beat me over the head and said, "You are mine."
Wait,
reverse caveman.
Why are you reversing the story here? Okay, no. We met at MadCon 6. Actually, Jen from Bump in the Night made sure that we got introduced.
Yep.
And we struck up a conversation. He handed me his business card and said, I want to help you out. Let's get you on my podcast. And so I called him on the Thursday following and left a message. And you know how you get that still small voice that just bugs you until you do it? I had that telling me to text him, and we texted until like 11 o'clock that night, made plans for the weekend because we were both going to the Rock Island Paracon. And like when he got to Rock Island, he texted me, he met me at my hotel, and we've been inseparable since.
Is that all accurate, Nick?
Vaguely.
Wait,
No.
What do you mean vaguely?
No, that's pretty much it. We hung out all weekend. Obviously,
you guys hit it off. That's
Paracon and investigated and had a little fun at the casino. And I was losing my ass, and I handed her, I don't know, like $50, and I said, "Just pick a slot machine." Right?
Oh.
She's like, I don't ever do this, and I'm like, whatever. So we're like doing circles in this damn casino, and I'm thinking to myself, well, she just fucking pick one? And then she finally stops. She puts the little ticket in. It had about $50 on it. She spun twice and hit the fucking jackpot.
no way.
Dead serious.
Yeah.
Dead serious.
Yeah, I guess my
Like the alarms went off the whole night, spitting out money. No way.
Yeah, I had to wait, and they had to take my ID, and yeah. I know.
Legit, like they do in the movies. No kidding. Huh?
Yeah, like I had to. They actually had 3 people come out to ensure that nobody would come and bother us, and counted out the money correctly. And then we went and spent $100 at the bar.
I have video of this.
He does.
I took a video of it.
I can't believe we're talking about this right now.
Well, I know it's. We'll see. I like to be different. Obviously, we're gonna get. We get 15 people watching. People just tuned. We get a whole hour. We're gonna get into paranormal shit. But I like to get to know my friends, especially my clients. And Nick, I know you're not there, but you sent her my way. You sent other people my way, dude. You're like a family member. And so this is fun. We're wrapping. I want you guys to be open and just enjoy it. So that's a great story, dude. I mean, fuck. You mind if I let it join up? I got a med card.
Yeah, do it, man.
All right.
Jared, bye.
I got a med card. Fuck it. Gene Tewksbury texts in.
I'll
She's a
go with you.
wildcat chaser, cryptozoologist in Maine. You got one too, Nick? We got a vape. Yep. I used to have one
I
of
just
them.
got my nicotine vape. That's it.
Well, cheers to all three. Salute. Salute. Salute, paisan. Thomas Patrick Gorman says, what's up, Brick?
What up?
Hey, Thomas. What's up?
New one.
Yeah.
Darren, I don't know if you're new or not. Michigan checking in. What's going on? Appreciate that. Leah loves y'all. She must be family or close friend.
Actually, something about Leah. She gave us the nickname Brick.
Yeah, that's where Team Brick originated from, was Leah.
Brie Nick. It's fucking dope, honestly. All right, so let's get into some serious questions. Ladies first. Brie, I'm dying to know, what got you started, girl, into all this shit? Did someone pass away when you were young? Was it a ghost story, a movie, a friend?
I mean, I've been dealing with the paranormal since I was 6. That's when I saw my first full-bodied apparition. But actually, it was a divorce. I went through my divorce in 2023. It was finalized in June, and my 2 sons actually sat me down and told me, Mom, you've gone through marriages, you've got kids, but you've never, you've been focused on everybody but yourself. You need to pursue your passion. You raised us on paranormal. Why don't you start going to events and paracons? And so that's what I did. And I took a road trip the end of June to an event, and I documented it on Twitter, and it blew up on Twitter. And so then I carried everything over to Facebook, and now, I work hard to promote and showcase, investigate, historically haunted hidden gems. That's my why, is to try to help the little guys and to try to get their names out there, so we don't have locations that fall to the wayside if another COVID hits. I want to make sure that these locations get to the point where they're financially sound, that they've got the foot traffic coming in, and they're getting the stuff taken care of that they need to.
Fucking golden answer. It's like you've been on podcasts before. I gotta say, because to us, we know these places, but to the common folk, no one really. And I mean this with respect, but like the Hinsdale House, even like Wildwood, I love Brooke. She's my client. They're not as well known as a Conjuring House or Lizzie Borden. So to highlight these places that we know and love, Danny Klaus's fucking Hinsdale, come on. But a lot of the average normies don't. But you highlight. I go to your live TikTok. You get your fucking phone set up. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning. I come up to go to the bathroom. I go, holy shit, she's live. And you're not even there. And you got like 60,000 likes. People are sending you gems. I sent you a flower. But they love it because you involve them.
Yeah.
And
I always tell.
That's different.
My big thing is, I said everybody, I'm like, all right, guys, here's the deal. Time to get your earbuds, your gaming headsets, because you guys are going to get real-time EVPs. You guys are going to be able to see things and hear things that I can't see with my eyes as I'm going through the location. So as you see and you hear, make sure you put it in the comments. We're going to go over the evidence that you gather. Can you tell I say that a lot?
I love it. Dude, people are all about it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to bring people along because, I mean, there's so much stuff that happens with TV shows. They film for 5 days, it's edited down to 45 minutes, and there's a lot of questioning that's going on in the YouTube community about the validation and the authenticity of evidence that's now being found. So my big thing is being live. Not only am I working hard to promote these locations, but I want to go live so that, I love you, Leo. Thank you. I want to go live so that way people can come along on the journey with me, because there's people out there with health issues. They're not able to physically get into these locations. And you got to think, with them being historical locations, they're not able to, fix the location to put in elevators, wheelchair ramps, because they got to hold that, especially if they're on the National Registry of Historic Locations. They can't add or take away from the location unless they're adding something that is authentic to the time, like a window pane that they're replacing, pieces of wood, paint. So, they're not able to get into these locations.
Dude. You're fucking.
There's
I'm not trying to. It's not about me. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here and I'm listening, and it's the same answers I've given, because with Adam Historian Ghost Hunter, I go to these places, and I said that in my videos ago. If you can't explore, if you're unable to, let me explore for you. And that's pretty much what you said, because we're not saying people are lazy, but between having 5 kids, young kids, or disabilities, or maybe you're whatever the fuck, you don't have a car. So, Brie's at Wildwood. I've always wanted to go. What's Brie and Nick doing? Wow, that's almost a public service. As weird as it sounds.
I'm trying to bring people along. On top of
cool.
that, with the economy, a lot of people can't afford it. Location wise, I have a lot of people that follow on TikTok that are from Australia, the UK, New Zealand, Scotland, Ireland. I've even got people now from like Romania, other countries around, Russia, a huge portion. And, they're all following along. They're not ever going to, they've been up front. There's no way I can ever afford to leave my country and get to the United States to see this. But I can live vicariously through you. I can put my headphones on. I can listen for real-time EVPs. I can screen record for you. I can take the screenshot for you. So I'm trying to, not just help these locations, but also help others as they want to be involved too. I want to bring it to real time for them.
Right there. Hashtag that on Facebook. You'll see some fucking killer shit. All right. So let's get to the man, the myth, the legend. Nick, what the fuck got you started in all this shit, man? Would you something when you were young or what?
Oh man. Let's see. Another long story. I mean, I've always been fascinated with it. I've seen shit. There was this little kid when I would stay at my dad's house. It was an old funeral home. I mean, we would see full body apparitions left and right. I mean, you name it in this house. But it was never really, I mean, it was a topic, it was things we dealt with, but it was never, even when Ghost Hunters came out, we were like, oh my God, that's cool. There's people that go like do this stuff, and I'm like, I watched it all, never missed an episode, and still had no interest of actually doing it. It wasn't until I still had no interest. It wasn't until, I went through divorce. I was remodeling my house, and the paranormal activity in the house, which we always knew was there, just amped up to the point where I was being physically attacked by dreams. I would be attacked in my dreams as well. It was crazy. My kids were being affected. So we got a hold of the shaman. He came to my house, and it was a very eye-opening experience. Deep. And, decided to, with my sister at the time, start up a team to dive into it, to learn, to pay it forward and help people in their houses. And that's how, Old World, started. And well, it still is. We still do residential cases. So that's pretty much it.
You guys do, really. That's good.
So, it's our bread and butter. We've had about 55 cases, residential cases. So,
I gotta ask again real quick, the funeral home, how you said you grew up in it? We were talking like teens, preteens?
I think it was 8 until 16-ish. But the house had always been in the family.
Whoa.
But when it was originally it was originally built to be a funeral home, and then it eventually turned into just a home. But it was crazy. It was crazy. I think about it now. You see a full body apparition walking down the hallway or come out of a closet, go down the hallway, down the stairs. You're scared shitless. But now, obviously so many years later, what we were witnessing a lot was residual. Because it would just play itself over.
The one, yeah.
So, but as a little kid, it's still scary as shit.
Have you guys ever investigated places like Bridgewater Triangle in Mass? I've been by there. Dudleyville, Connecticut. I went by there too, but no. You guys ever been to either place?
Mm-mm. No. I haven't gone out to the East Coast a lot, to be honest with you. I'm a Midwest boy.
When I did my East Coast tour in the fall, I actually was invited to go to Bridgewater, but it fell through. Same with Dudley, but I was mainly focusing on highlighting a lot of the locations out there. Like my first week out there, I did the asylums, hospitals, children's schools, Like I did Metaltown. I did, oh my gosh, I did so much out there. I can't even keep track. But went to Letchworth Village in New York. There's a bunch of places that I definitely went. We've talked about that we're gonna do a trip together and go out and see for ourselves and experience it together. Letchworth is actually where I got the picture of the nurse in the early 1900s outfit. I felt something off to my left, and I turned and I took a quick picture, and you can see a full-figured nurse.
Yeah,
it's an amazing Class A capture, I'd say.
It's the Holy Grail.
It was one of the Holy Grails for sure. I mean, you can see the full figure, and like it's a window. There's no glass in it. It's completely boarded up, and you can see the hat. You can see, I mean, you can see everything. Like you can see the puff of the shoulders with the dress. You can see where the apron is, and like even down the wall, you can see where the dress line continues down the wall. It was an amazing capture for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. It's because the librarian from the first Ghostbusters is one of the first ghosts I've ever seen in a movie when I was a kid. But when it comes to girl ghosts, man, especially the old school ones, oh boy, you can't do it. That's a hard one. We got everybody checking in. You guys know Danny Perez? He rides around in a hearse, makes Ouija boards out of coffin wood from Connecticut. One of the
I've heard of Hey, Danny.
How you doing, Danny?
And there's Jim Brown. I see Jim in
Danny's
the
got the spoon that Jeffrey Dahmer ate with or whatever. Or not Jeffrey Dahmer, but who's the guy that ate kids? There was a lot of them, I guess. But he's got the fork from one of the guys, Jeffrey Dahmer, I think.
Wow.
My girl Nadine Marie's checking in. We said hi from Manchester, England. Wow, you guys got a lot of... Dude, I saw we got like 700 views on TikTok. I go, holy shit. I can't get arrested in the godforsaken town of the birds. You guys know this Virgil? Yeah? Never seen this name.
Hi, Virgil.
That's going on.
He's smoking that good shit.
Yeah.
I thought I was. Jim Brown, another client. Tombstone Paranormal. What's going on? Thanks for checking in. Honestly, I love ghost hunters, but Nick and his team is my first phone call if a case needs extra help. I trust their judgment and work. Very cool. A lot of Connecticut people checking in. That's good.
I mean,
yeah. Team up with them. Greetings to Mai. She's in Connecticut.
I wouldn't mind going back out there, but I would be very... There's a lot of drama out east. I'm trying to stay drama free. Keep that dirt off.
Y'all coming to Maine?
Maine?
There's a lot in Maine. Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a lot in Maine. There's a lot of untapped.
Oh,
Maine.
come on.
I mean,
there's
but Adam's in
sightings
too,
and shit.
So.
I would be your suave tour guide. There's a couple witch graves, man. There's a chick named Mary Nason. She was 28 and they killed her. And there's a 2-inch concrete barrier above her tombstone. And at night they said that she see her and there's crows around her, familiars and shit like that. You bring an EMF reader, it goes off like crazy, and there's no metal around. So you tell me. Pretty wild. You guys come to Maine, I'll show you some good shit. It'd be my pleasure. Just put me in one of your videos. That's all I ask.
That'll have to be probably like 2025 because we're this year's already. I think we're booked out to.
Wow.
Yeah, like we're tucking stuff into places right now.
I say 3/4.
I know.
Our schedule's full.
I think I
That's
just had May 2nd taken. Or March 2nd.
You guys are living life. You guys are living life to the fullest, man. God bless. I'm sorry if you don't believe in that. It's just my saying, but.
No, you're fine.
Fellow Mainer Nomar, Alien Hunter checks in. Author and Alien Hunter. Writer of the UFOs Over Maine novel. Checks in. Hello. A lot of people checking in. My girl Heather, what you came in Edie. Maine isn't for everyone, but it's a bedroom. So I think we get some old asylums here. I think Nick and Brie would be just happy. So give me some bucket list of yours then, guys. What is there some places you got to hit up before? Give me one each. We'll start with Brie, ladies first. We'll give me one for America and one for the whole world. Like England and shit.
God. Bucket list.
Get that muscle going. Get that brain going.
Jesus. Oh God, there's so many great places I would love to go to.
Give me two. Two of America and two for the world.
Okay, so that I haven't gone to yet.
Bucket list. But you gotta
Bucket
go.
list. Okay.
You gotta go like within the next 3 years. Read this.
Be like Brie. Okay, so bucket list that I haven't gone to in America would be I really want to do Eloise Asylum. I have not investigated there yet.
Please tell me about it. Please tell me a little bit. I haven't heard about that.
Eloise Asylum. I mean, it's basically like your typical asylum. It's up in Detroit. So,
Michigan.
It's in Michigan. I did go there, but it was when it was part one of my collab with Chris Smith from Hulu's Monster Inside that I now do remotely paranormal with. We went there because we started collabing to try to help cross the genres with the horror and the paranormal. Because he does a lot of the extreme haunts. And so with Monster Inside being based around McCamey Manor and Russ, and they're still trying to get McCamey Manor shut down because it keeps popping up.
No way.
So yeah, Russ is still at it. So he reached out to me and we did a 3-part collab. And the first part was I went up to Michigan and we did 2 Halloween haunts. And the first one we went to was we mixed the paranormal with the Halloween haunt. We went to Eloise. So I would actually love to get into Eloise to actually like investigate it. There's not a lot of the buildings left on the property, but they've got the main building still there and a couple of the smaller outer buildings that have survived the test of time, but they're not open to the public. So I would love to do Eloise, and I would love to do that I haven't gone to. Jesus,
I can feel your brain going.
There's so many. I mean, I'm not going to do a big name location because everybody wants to get into these.
Everybody says Queen Mary. They all say Queen Mary. They all say Lizzie Borden. They all say Amityville. But give me something different.
I mean, Amityville's not haunted, but we won't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Lizzie. I'm spitting facts, yo. So,
you been to Gettysburg yet?
Yeah, I've already done Gettysburg. I mean, if I were to do a battlefield, I would want to get to Shiloh. I think Shiloh is not touched as much as it should be.
New Orleans?
Not yet. So I mean, New Orleans. We'll just cover New Orleans. We'll say New Orleans. I would love to get
Voodoo's right, Voodoo. But Nick, what about you for America? We'll go back to other world after, but Nick, what about you for America? Give me a couple.
All right, I'm gonna give you 2 answers here. So my bucket list location, number 1, will just be the next one that I go to.
Oh, smooth. That's a first in the 3 years I've been doing this fucking show. Rack 'em.
The second one will be whatever location we end up buying here by the end of the year.
Oh, is that a big reveal here on Historically
it's
Haunted
we're
Podcast?
Talking. We're looking.
Okay.
So those are my 2.
Well, Brie, obviously I don't totally represent Nick, but I represent you. I will keep my eyes peeled and ears peeled, and we'll have to talk more about this eventually unless you want to talk now. What are you looking for as far as location goes? Is it going to be where you are now? Does the price matter? All that good shit?
Well, price always matters.
Like Wildwood kind of fell in Brooke's hand. Not fell in her hand, but her and her mom was kind of there. They grabbed Wildwood at a pretty decent price.
I've had some conversation with some people, but I'm looking for something multi-purpose.
Okay.
Something where, you gotta look at it as a business aspect. The building's sitting empty, you're not making money. So something, but I'm not opposed to buying a tiny church or a tiny house either. So I would love to own 5 or 6, like actually own them, not just run them.
That's a thing now. I mean, Danny, Matt Warner, all these people are buying these haunted places. They're having little things there and shit. And Betsy Brown, what's going on? Rolling with the Searchers. Oh, are ya? No, be sorry you're late. I know you live on West Coast time. Wow, that's a great idea. Please keep me posted. And before you make the big reveal, please tell me, and I won't say nothing, I promise. Because I'm excited now. Shit, that's killer. I'm gonna look my eyes out for some stuff. There's gotta be something. Oceanboard Mary's house. I don't know if people live there or not. Check this out, right? This Heinecker, New Hampshire. Heather and I went there. It's like 4 hours from Maine. This chick was born, supposedly, this pirate took over this ship in New Hampshire a long time ago, like 1700s. And I guess this girl was giving birth, and the pirate said, "I'll let you live if you name your child after me." So, or you name after my mother Mary. So her name's Mary. There's a big placard, Oceanboard Mary. And supposedly the pirate came back to live with her and buried his gold there and shit. And she's buried there. Wild story.
Wow.
All right, Brooke and Nick, give me 2 for other than America, your bucket list, and why. Give me a little story why.
What is that island in Italy? Pagnolia?
Yeah, where they did the plague. Yeah,
The plague.
we definitely want to go there.
Oh, the vampires put the brick in their mouth and shit. Yeah. Right?
So I want to go there.
Island of the Dead.
The other place is my bucket list, and I want to do, but it will never happen, would be the Vatican.
Brutal. Some shit's gone down there that's bigger than the White House.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a first here too. Everybody says, hopefully I don't steal Bree's answer. Everybody says the castles and shit in Ireland, which is great. And they say Vampire's Castle and they say Suicide Forest. No one's ever said the Vatican. I remember that. People say Stonehenge. Look at you with the Italian blood sticking right in the coast.
Yeah,
My family's from Calabria, right? The part of the boot. Where they say they're kicking Sicily out because Sicily was the drugs and mob and the makers of the the Lamborghini and shit. The fun Italians.
Mine come from Caserta, Italy.
Oh, okay.
It's a little northwest of Rome, I believe.
That's towards the top, towards like yeah. All right, Brie, did I steal your answer for other than the country? I hope it's not castles. I feel like an asshole.
Oh no, like him and I, we actually share the Pavelia Island. So that one,
cool.
and then I would say Westminster Abbey.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Where everybody's buried. Yeah.
That's a first, dude. Look at Nick. Nick's impressed. That's a first.
I like that.
Oh, you heard it here for. Hey, I got to do it. I'm not an alcoholic. I only drink for the show, but this show's for you guys.
You do you, buddy. It's your show.
I knew we'd have some fun tonight. We still got a half hour to go. I want to wrap some real shit though. Nick, Old World Paranormal Society, like I love the E at the end of that. That's the real old. That's the old school version. Literally, no pun intended. Is that your name you came up with?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, it was more, like I said, my sister was involved in the first couple of years, and it was just, I don't know, it was a name we came up with. Here's the thing, we really love the name, so then we did a search.
That's great.
A search to see if there's any other teams, and we found that there was at some point a team in Florida named Old World Paranormal Society, but it was just a regular old. And I was like, oh my God, this sucks. What are we going to do? And they're like, my sister's like, just put an E at the end of old. I'm like, fucking genius. That's a fucking genius.
Voila.
And there we are. Yeah.
No, that's fucking great.
And our acronym, our little whatever it's called, OWPS. That's what we're known for. And people always ask me, what's that stand for? And I said it means old white people suck.
That's it. With OWPC, that me. Everybody checking in. Oh, Samai. Samai is a great. I had her on. She's also a fellow client. She is a enchantress and a sorceress, and she's into the dark arts there. She's got a paranormal smudging kit there for sale now, and the Vatican would be out of this world. Is right. You guys are checking in. Everybody checking that. 911 Ground Zero, Tower of London. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
I wouldn't touch Ground Zero with a 10-foot pole. I think that's too...
That's a That's Ground Zero. Oh my god.
I mean, but see, the thing is, like, for me,
the
like,
curiosity of wanting to know is so bad, but
Yes.
morally,
Yes.
no.
I watched on live TV the people jumping from the windows, and out of respect for that, I have to say no.
It's an unwanted suicide.
That's where I would have to draw the moral line, because I sat there watching those people choosing that death.
I think we all.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like, I think
some
morally
souls
that's a
there.
no. I think there's certain places like Holocaust camps I feel are no-nos. I think that there's certain places that morally you just don't touch.
Yeah, but then again, we go to Gettysburg, and we go to these battlefields, and these people are killing each other.
Salem, the witch hangings. Everybody wears witch clothes, where there's fucking 20 people got killed. You're right, Nick.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're right.
No, Herbie, I've heard that too, that people still hear the screams at night.
Oh, you're in the chat too? Good. I'm not trying to get everybody. There's a lot of
No,
people chatting.
we got it on our screen so I can see it. But yeah, like, I've heard that people still hear the screams at certain times at night, of the people falling.
Where's the other place you ever investigated? Like a lighthouse or something?
Honest.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I can't even think of. I'm gonna think of mine. I'm curious now.
I've done a horse ranch.
Oh, that is kind of odd for investigation. Okay.
Yeah.
We did the
Really?
house that I just moved out of when we moved all my stuff here.
That's the
So,
You guys had
but
a big
for me
old
that was odd because I lived there.
I've lived in a haunted house.
So, and I lived in a haunted house. Well, yeah, everywhere I've lived has been haunted, but like I've never investigated, because you always hear don't investigate. I mean, we investigate the office though with our haunted objects, but
Man, I tell you, I love my clients. I love my friends, but y'all are some of the busiest motherfuckers out of anybody I know. It's so hard to share your shit because it's something new every 20 minutes. You guys are
I'm
going
trying to think, like, everywhere. Oh my God, I'm trying to think, like, because I've only been doing this for like, what, 8 months now? So, like, the oddest place for me.
Wait a minute. Sorry, time out. Cut, edit. This whole time you've only been doing this since a year ago, not even?
Not even a year.
But, I mean, in general?
Right. I've been dealing with the paranormal since I was 6, but I've only been involved in the paranormal field since
social, the media part, the whole TikTok, Facebook, which you're more than that. Like you said, you do home cases, but wow, you seem like, dude, there's some people up there.
Well, that's me. He's been doing it longer than me.
Nick's your mentor / boyfriend / what, you know.
Yeah, I get to sleep with my teacher.
Hey, extra credit points right there. That's like all brownie points, literally.
So many things I can say right now.
She's got to work real hard for that A+.
You can say it. There's no edit here, girl.
And let me tell you, I work hard.
He looks like a bear. He's probably hung like one too. Good for you. You deserve it. My girl's been divorced. Heather and I hooked up the day after her divorce was final. Friday the 13th in October 2017. We
got the new hashtag is the hashtag brick sauce that we've got. So Leah knows about that.
Someone posted that. What's
Amen.
up?
What's
brick
up?
sauce. No,
Yeah,
brick sauce sounds like something you would keep behind closed doors, but if we want to promote that, we'll do it too. I don't care.
It started with Brie sauce. I actually just posted the video. So I was at White Hill Mansion on my last tour out east, and
White Hill, yes.
I was there with 2 of my friends, and they had the Envoy, I believe, the Envoy out, and they were doing the yes/no on the Envoy, and they were talking about a sassy woman, and I was like, well, I'm the sassy woman, and it came up no, and I was like, what do you mean I'm not sassy? And the guy that I was with, he was like, yeah, he goes, you don't want to, he goes, you can mess with me all you want, you don't want to mess with her. And it came up no, and he was like, that's right, you don't want none of that sauce. And without thinking, I was like, yeah, they don't want none of that Brie sauce. And
Oh,
everybody lost their shit. And then I started laughing, and because I'm reading the comments on TikTok, and I'm like, oh shit, I just opened the door. Then it turned the next night from Brie sauce into brick sauce, and we put that shit on everything.
Nick, kudos to you for keeping her for rolling with her. She's a spitfire, brother. Keep you on your fucking toes, man. That's good. I mean,
Can you imagine going to your store and you go to grab a bar or a jar of mayonnaise
That says brick sauce.
that says the brick sauce?
fucking sign me up. I get some nice tater tots or even chicken nuggets. I can dip that shit in. I'll do it right now.
I mean, they would be like, "Is this FDA approved?" Like,
so you know what's funny? You market that shit, bring it to the next Warren Con in Gettysburg, y'all will sell about 55, 60 bottles at $20 a piece. You watch. Quote me now. And as your manager for coming up with the idea, I want at least 2%. No, you guys are good, man. If you guys are, I mean, I see you guys doing your shit, and it's inspiring to others because it's like, obviously life kicks you in the balls. You're a mother, you're a father, you guys are doing your thing, but you still have time to do it. There's weekend warriors, and there's the ones that you do it, but you guys do it. Obviously, publicity is great, see it, but you do it to help people. You do it for self-fun, and I think for the history, right? You guys really respect it. That's the difference. You know your shit.
To me, I walk into a place. Yes, it's old. Yes, it's probably haunted. But I don't know. I've always loved architecture. Like, I want to go in. I want to touch the building.
yeah,
Yes, a toucher.
yeah.
It's like
So
going
many.
back in time, and it's just cool as fuck, man.
I dig that. So that brings me to the next question. We got some more. We're gonna roll here. We still got plenty of time. I want to get okay. Before I get to the next question, we're about halfway through. I want to plug your shit. Where can people find you? Both give your shit on. What's your majority of where people can find you? Is what I'm trying to say on your social media. What's your links and stuff? People can follow you. Both you.
Okay, so for me, you can find me Brie Hollingshead on Facebook, X, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call that, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. You're gonna find me at Paranormal Trip and Brie. You can also find my page Remotely Paranormal, where I collab with Chris Smith from Hulu's Monster Inside. I go solo in haunted locations, and Chris sits safe and sound. There we go. From the comfort of his home, and gets to give me challenges. And I've got a 2.5 hour time slot that we do that in, but then I turn around and I actually spend the night by myself in the haunted locations.
Pretty wild shit. I watched a couple of it's pretty wild. You guys all there. Ooh, look at that. Nick, you just had him on your show, didn't you, Sean Austin? Yeah.
Sean's a good friend of mine. I went out and investigated in so many different places with him, filmed some stuff with him. Sean's an amazing investigator. As far as me, so pretty much Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You're gonna just Old World Paranormal Society. Podcast wise, it's on Old World Paranormal Podcast. It is on, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, SoundCloud, Audible, Google. And what I say, iHeart?
Yeah, iHeart.
Yeah, it's nothing big. We have about 25, 30,000 listeners. We're in 40 different countries. So it's cool. Obviously, we get to talk to all these cool people and teams around the country, and
I haven't been invited on yet. I mean, once I'm on, it'll be definitely cool. You know,
we definitely got to get you on.
Once I'm on as a guest, I'll definitely blow the numbers up. But anyway,
if you like Adam's show, this is kind of the podcast is laid back. We do kind of the same thing. We clown around. We honestly, if I can go the whole hour to 2 hours not talking paranormal, I think it's more interesting.
Thank you. People come on and go, "Well, I kind of never really been." Okay, which brings me to the next question. I'm sorry, you done? My next question is, which is goofy, and people always laugh at it. What's your big go-to for a meal before or after investigation? Is it ribs, pizza, burgers, wings? Like, what's your big fucking splurge meal?
We usually go. We'll usually find a local Mexican restaurant, go eat there. If they don't have that, we'll find a Taco Bell or something. But it is like the cardinal sin to eat Mexican food, but yet we fucking have to.
It's what we do.
I think it's getting up there as a law in the paranormal community is you have to have Mexican food. I think it is. I think we need to come up with the 10 commandments in the paranormal, and eating at a Mexican restaurant, it's got to be like, we got to slot that in like 4, you know?
Well, the farts, it's funny. We just went to Blackford County Jail on Saturday, and
Nick farted on TikTok.
And he farted. But what's even better is I use what's called a boo box. It's got a battery pack, a speaker, and it's got a track phone that's got a bunch of different apps on it. But the only one I use on there is Necrophonic. And it comes across the damn Necrophonic, a woman going, "Oh, it smells." And I was just like, yes. Tell me Necrophonic don't work.
See what I mean?
I mean,
you can't program. It's not going to know that he cut wind. You know, it's not. That's, you know what I'm saying?
For it to be like, "Oh, it smells." I was like,
yeah.
That's awesome.
That
was
cool.
a great
real quick, Brie, before we get to your favorite meal, Nick, I got to ask you, what's your favorite meal in your family for Italian food? Is it chicken parm? What is it? Certain spaghetti sauce?
I would say a homemade lasagna.
Oh, fucking baller. My mom made the best meatballs homemade. God rest her soul. Love you, mama. Messed meatballs, but lasagna, huh? The good thick stuff.
I would say lasagna or like a chicken Alfredo. But I like the Alfredo with the sauce.
Mancha.
With like peas and roasted peppers in it.
And that's what I just did. Minus the roasted peppers, yeah.
No wonder why Bree's in love with you. You're lucky I'm straight.
well, like Hagen, what did I make you for Valentine's Day for dinner though?
Manicotti.
Yeah, homemade manicotti.
Oh, boss, you made that, Brie?
I made it homemade.
Oh, she can cook, bro.
Get the fuck out.
Like I'm a fucking happy dude.
Well, why don't you post about that? Fuck the paranormal shit. Let's see you cook some of that shit up.
Well, he took a picture. I'm surprised he didn't post it. I thought he was going to.
I was going to. I forgot.
You should
You better do it now to the show. For breaking news, Brie can cook some bomb shit. Brie, give me your favorite go-to. Fried chicken, what do you got?
My favorite meal?
You go out a lot. I mean, you're on the road. You must stop at like Jack in the Box and all that bullshit. But if you really have a chance to sit down, what's your go-to? Like, what is your big thing?
I'm laughing at Virgil's comment. Sorry.
Man. No, you're fine. I don't.
My Indian name is Breaking Wind. Come sassy, Mr. Breaking Wind.
I mean, I do a lot of cooking, so I mean, whatever.
She loves Italian food.
I do. I love Italian, so I'm with an Italian man, and it's perfect because I know how to cook it.
I mean, we're not talking like pizza and shit, though. We're talking like real
Italian.
like
I'm talking like I do lasagna rolls from scratch. I do chicken Alfredo the way he likes it. Like he didn't even know. Like he came in from work one day and he was like, I was making it, and he saw that I had peas in the sauce, and he was like, "Oh,
oh my god,
yeah.
Heather's a good cook." I tell you, it's a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. They really say that. It's true. You can cook for him and shit. That's dope. That's good for you. That's killer. So that's your go-to is your own food as far as like a cheat meal?
Yeah. Whatever I'm making for him. So
I love that. And
I cook just about every night when we're not home.
You guys are always on the road though. Fucking A, man. There's no ovens in your car.
No, but when we're home, I'm cooking. So I'm going down to the kitchen.
Well, here's the thing. Honestly, Brie, not trying to steal your thunder, but I'm a lot like you. After my mom passed away and I became homeless and shit, I took some money after we sold our house and I went on the road. I went to Iowa, went to the axe murder house, Vasilla, Iowa. I went to where Jesse James had the first ever train robbery by horseback, where Bonnie and Clyde got in a shootout and Clyde's brother died in Iowa, Deer, Iowa. And you go through these places and you start going and you recognize Gravity Hill in Pennsylvania. We put your car in neutral and it rolls uphill. I went to there. The shooting of the film Night of the Living Dead in Evans City, Pennsylvania. I went there. There's so many places. You're like me. I used to be. I kind of lost it. I'm trying to get it back. But you definitely, it's almost like you've been reborn. Both of you awakened and just want to see everything. It's fucking wild, dude. I see you going to these places. I'm like, Christ, you guys don't stop. Is that what motivates you just doing this? Just life?
It's I just love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's fucking a trip.
I had my kids younger, so they're now grown and I'm in my early 40s. So I figure, I'm gonna go do what I want to do now. And I want to go see shit. So, and if we could see cool ass buildings with a lot of history, and then hell, if it's paranormal, if it's haunted, fuck yeah, man.
You meet cool people, you see cool things, memories. You were the girl you love, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, shy.
Hey, brother, what do you crank out for tunes? You must listen to something. You listen to Metallica, Slipknot, ICP.
Dude, I'm weird. I listen to my mixtape will go from like Shine Down to
I love Shine Down.
Shine Down to Jason Aldean to Bob Seger, the next song. So it's just a mixture. We get on the road, we just hit mix and jam out. And
Brie, you're the same with him, kind of the same type of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like we're so freaking similar. We've got like come to find out we basically had the same playlist on our phones.
That's dope.
Like legit, we've got the exact same playlist. So like,
yeah,
he's my person.
I think doing this type of thing in life, and I know we're family. We know that we're paranormal people. We're kind of otherworldly. We're weirdos. We're nerds, I guess. Most people go, "Oh my god, you do what? You go to like us? Like your bucket lists are haunted places, suicide fucking islands in Italy and shit, like Devil Islands. We're a different breed, is what I'm trying to say, and I think that's cool. I think that's different. You guys inspire me, man, because I'm getting older now, and it's like, what's the matter? But it's like you guys are doing it for the thrill of it. You don't give a fuck who's watching. You really don't. We're not going to be the next ghost hunters, the next Zeg Bagans, but you guys don't aim for that. You're doing house cases. I didn't even know that. You don't talk, saved another person today. You're not in it for celebrity. I dig that. So kudos.
Somebody made some comments about the going live on TikTok stuff, and like for myself, everything I do is it's not published. I can't put it on social media. But when I'm not doing that stuff, I like to have fun.
Yes.
At locations that there's no outcome for you. You can film all you want, but there's still no outcome for you there. So this is cool. Like, we travel 5 hours to a location we've never been to. We're about to investigate it. Why not flip on the TikTok and then get people from around the world investigate with you? Because we legit investigate with people on the screen.
There's haters. People think, what do you think? You're a booking agent now, and you can go live and you can vodcast. I used to go live. Oh, you think going live again? Because I went. Fuck off. There are people out there that hate seeing you shine. Keep doing you. You guys are beautiful people. You're fucking amazing. You've been through shit. I know y'all personally for the most part, and you're just triumphing over people's shit. People are fucking jelly. Peanut butter jelly, motherfucker. They're so sick because they can't go where you're going. So the ones that aren't supporting you are jealous of you. We're almost at the hour. You guys want to go another half hour? I'm pretty buzzed. I got nothing else to do here in Maine.
Yeah,
we can do that.
Let's roll.
We'll go till you go. Fucking the window goes up my door. You can wait until later. Brie and Nick are amazing. You're right, Drew. Drew, send me a friend request, you sexy man. And I'm straight, so don't hit on me. Jim Brown, you too. Send me one. All right. Well, it's usually towards the end of the show. We're gonna go later, but I'm fucking buzzed. Give me a question before I get too buzzed. I want you guys both to ask me a question. I usually ask my guest to ask me one before we go, but we're not gonna go quite yet.
Damn. All right.
I look forward to the show every week. It's the only thing I really do.
When you walk into a haunted location, Adam, do you first vibe the location out, before you break out a piece of equipment, or are you at all automatic pull out the equipment and go?
Wow, that's a first too. You guys are both my first in a lot of ways, more than one. That's very odd, and I love it.
That's right, baby. I'm popping your cherry.
Yeah, that's it, brother. You better at least go easy on me. Don't make it hurt. It's a Thursday night. I'm feeling all right. I honestly enter each place with a blessing, and like I said, to each their own. But I'm a recovering Catholic, but I do believe in God. I do believe in Mother Mary. And, whatever. To each their own. No one judge me. But I go into a place going, "Hi, my name is Adam. I'm not here to cause harm. I'm here to welcome you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you cross over if you need it. I'm here to help you realize what's going on." I give a little bullshit, not bullshit. I give a little, sorry. I give a little, I give a little,
you hear that?
Ritual.
It's what he says is bullshit.
Yeah, well, I'll I give a little ritual speak like a car salesman. Hey, the car looks good on you. You know what I mean? And I kind of walk in there and I act cool. And then I'll kind of bring out the stuff, dowsing rods, kind of start slow, maybe some cards, have Heather feel things out. And then I kind of just do my thing. And then I'll bring out my EMF, all that shit, all that stuff. But I think at first I like to go slow. I like to give slow, put some Barry Manilow on. Barry White.
Well, I was kind of thinking like, some people can feel the energy in places. They can feel it shift and stuff like that. Do you some like to walk in and kind of feel the energy of the place and then kind of decide where they're going to go.
Right.
There are some investigators that you open the door, they're plopping down, they have an EMF reader in their hand. They're not intuitively feeling the place out. They're just, that's why I was curious.
Some people go in balls to the wall like they're Dan Aykroyd from Ghostbusters. But I go in. I saw my first spirit at 9. My grandfather, I was 1988 in Lisbon. I went to the same high school as Stephen King in Maine. He went to the high school, Lisbon High School. He grew up in Durham. You can look that up. History Channel was there my senior year. There's books in the library with his name on it and shit. Everybody signed out and it's in the glass. So I'm obsessed with Stephen King. But anyway, so my grandfather died, my mom's father, in 1988. He walked me to the fridge middle of the night, got me a water. He told me, take care of Mama, and he disappeared. And I thought I was dreaming. I found out 10 years later, my sister saw him at the ceiling and goes, "Okay, Papa, I love you." So I basically saw my first ghost. At 15, I went to go see my grandfather, my dad's father now, same MC, where Stephen King went to the hospital when he got hit by a car in Lewiston, Maine, shooting, God bless. My grandfather died right in front of me, flatline, vomited, his eyes rolled back. Literally, they shoveled me out of the room at 15. I saw my first death. So at 15, I saw my first ghost, my first death. And then I'm spending the night in graveyards camping out as a kid because fuck it. I have no fear. Which actually brings me to a question. I'm glad you had a question about that. Real quick, what do you guys feel about cemeteries? You don't post a lot about graveyards, either of you. You guys into that?
I've highlighted cemeteries. The first cemetery I highlighted was.
Well, your picture where you're going like that is a cemetery.
My bring it bitch pose. Yeah, so no, my first cemetery I highlighted was Evansville Cemetery. I actually found the headstone that was used in the original Night of the Living Dead. I try to cross over horror as much as I can into the paranormal. I love that. So that was the first cemetery that I highlighted actually in July when I was coming back from a location.
Awesome.
I went at the day after the Phantasmacon. I decided to tie in 2 cemeteries into the Warrens' haunted objects that they had on display in the back. So I went to the first cemetery, the Union Cemetery, where the lady in white is rumored to have been seen. That's the cemetery I'm actually doing when I bring it bitch pose in the middle of the gates. That's Union Cemetery there in Connecticut. And then I went directly from that one to the cemetery that the Warrens are buried in. And I did a small clip, very respectful, honoring the Warrens and thanking the Warrens for what they've done for the paranormal community. So I do cemeteries when I can, when I'm able to do it in a respectful manner, because I do believe that there's a lot of disrespect that gets done in these cemeteries as it is, with vandals and people going in and doing dumbass shit.
You gotta deal with what people left over at places. When you go to a place, you gotta deal with spilt over.
Yeah.
Brie, you got a question for me, but I got a question for you real quick. Before then you can ask me a question. What do you guys do for protection, Nick? What do you guys do? Do you guys use sage, crosses, holy water, any protection whatsoever? Oils?
Well, I have to do a lot of protection now that.
Why is Nick laughing almost?
Because.
Why are you laughing? What do you don't use protection, do you?
Say it.
Hit him in the back, Brie.
Are you talking Trojans or
what out? What?
My tubes are tied.
You know, we both
extra large, please.
My tubes are tied. We ain't got to worry about that.
Attaboy. Good for you. Game on like Donkey Kong. Condoms, Jimmy B. Brown says. Stephanie Cemetery, that's where Ed and Lorraine are buried in Connecticut and Monroe.
I'm going to answer both questions in one. Okay?
You're everybody laughing. 19 people watching. Keep it going, fucker.
All right. As far as the cemetery is concerned, I don't investigate them anymore. I will go walk through them and look at the beautiful architecture or anything like that. To me, the only way a cemetery could be haunted if the land was haunted.
I agree.
Like, why would you come back just to be by your flesh and bones? I don't think
it's a memorial. It's not a place where you were. You never were there, is it? Right.
So
right.
I just don't with cemeteries. And as far as protection goes, to me, it's all about your mental capacity. It's being mentally sound, being in tune with like your spirit guides and all that stuff. But with that being said, I mean, I wear an iron cross. She has the same one. We've got some bracelets.
Smart. Yeah.
That's about it. You know, I would just say that's it.
Yeah. I mean, for me,
I dig it. That's what it's, I mean, a lot of like the Union Cemeteries, real quick. Sorry, Brie, real quick. But the white lady, right? They found some bodies there. They say that she died next door, so she kind of died in the area. One person was found in that sinkhole by the church.
There's 3 theories on the lady in white.
Yeah,
actually, because there was a woman that was killed, and they found the body that was in a ditch on the east side of the cemetery.
Right.
There was also a husband who supposedly killed his wife, and so they believe that it could be her as well. And then there was the car crash victim. So there's the 3 theories. So like when I go into cemeteries, I'm not going to investigate. I'm going to highlight, supposed hauntings or sightings. And I figured with Union Cemetery, with doing an homage to the Warrens, since I had just been at the Phantasmicon the day before,
I love that place.
I figured I would do it. I love to do tie-ins. I love to piggyback stuff on top of each other when I'm able to. So I piggybacked on top of the Phantasmicon and did an homage to, because Ed Warren is reportedly the first person to actually catch the lady on white on film.
Yeah, I read the book, Graveyard.
So I figured I would go there, but there's also reports of Revolutionary soldiers that are seen walking through the graveyard. There's also reports of children that run through giggling. And then there's the lady in white with the 3 different theories of who she could possibly be. So
see what I mean? You fucking guys don't just go into a place going, hey, it's the Conjuring house. You actually know what's going on. You do the details, the history. Fucking A. Mm-hmm. That's why I love you as my clients. And Nick, you're my client too. You didn't pay yet, but you're fucking in there. I'm sharing you.
But like, as for like protection, like I've come into my abilities. I'm actually a medium now. So
what the hell, Brie? You gotta tell me this shit.
So
I'm your agent.
Yeah, I can see, hear, and feel. I don't broadcast it. I can actually give readings to people. I'm real empathic. I can feel like I actually have to have walls up because I told Nick I love and respect him. He needs to have his privacy.
She don't need to be all up in my head when I'm not even there.
But I mean, that's what happened. I mean, but you know what? That's what you do when you love and you're in that relationship, though. You got to show love and respect. You can't just be dipping in on stuff that's not.
The spirits know if it's real or not.
Yeah, and so I mean, I have to
Oh, he's getting
Um,
sexual. He'll even his mistress with the piggyback technique. All right,
I'm
keep it
just
clean.
ignoring Virgil at this point.
Missy
But
Wilker,
hey,
Paranormal
Miss,
5, what's up?
but yeah, so like I call upon my spirit guides. I call upon, I've got the iron cross that matches Nick's. I've got my bracelets.
You're a
There's a
little bit
lot
more
more I
spiritual than
have
Nick,
to
it
go
sounds
into
like,
with
possibly.
protection.
You're a little bit more spiritual.
Yeah.
Nick, maybe, you think?
Am I more spiritual? I mean, I come from a Christian background. I will say that being involved in the paranormal has taken my blinders off, and there's a lot that I question. That were raised to believe. I come from a Pentecostal background. But
Oh,
I've
boy.
been involved in a bunch of different denominations. So I think that there's a lot that is not explained, and that's what we're doing in the paranormal is I've got an analytical mind. I want to know the whys. I want to understand. I want to help other people understand. I want to help bring closure if I'm able to. So
That's the difference.
yeah, like when I walk into locations, like I'm able, like he asked you, like when you go in locations, what do you do? Like I walk in and I read. I read the dead. I read the spirits. I can do the psychometry where I can touch, things, and I can see the residual energy. I can see the spirits that are still there. I can see the past life of.
You're on the spectrum. Lilac Wilkins says, Lilac's been following me since season 1 when I had Destin Perry on and Jeff Mudgett, who's a great grandson of H.H. Holmes, American for Serial Killer.
Yeah.
Lilac, you've been around for a while. Dude, you guys got to check out, sorry to cut you off, but you guys got to check out Brie and Nick. Nick's been in a while. Brie's kind of fresh on the scene, but this fucking kid here, she's been to more places than both your grandfathers combined. And I'm on the spectrum as well. Well, that's good. Brie, you got a question for me?
Come
on, you're a podcast host.
What would you say? I mean, you said that you saw your first ghost when you were a teenager, but outside of family, what would you say was your first aha moment at a location?
Oh, shit. Look at you. You need your own fucking show. As your agent, I suggest you looking to get in your own show. Let me think. What is my first spirit location? What was the question? I'm sorry. How do you
what was your first aha moment outside? Because you said that you saw your papa. So what would you say was your first aha moment at a location where you were like, oh
boy.
Yeah, like your first valid,
oh boy,
interaction.
I'm gonna go into a stroke. I think I'm gonna have a stroke. My brain's fucking going 100 miles an hour. Let me think. I'm trying to go back because I've had so many. USS Salem in Quincy, Massachusetts. I've had an experience. I've had experience at Lizzie Borden's at Fall River, Massachusetts. Heather and I went there. Heather got me a surprise gift there. We spent the night there, and 3 of the other guests canceled. So Leanne, before she passed away, she owned the house. She goes, "The other guests canceled, so you're on your own. Don't die." We had the whole house for $250, which is like a $1,500 value. My mom died 6 months later, so I blamed it on Lizzie. But that wasn't it. My first real experience after my grandfather. Oh, I'm trying to think. Let me think. I probably gotta say. Oh man, I can see a couple. I'm trying to think which were date wise. I've had a couple, which is kind of cool because I'm not so scared. Because I'm 3 hours away from anybody I know. I live in northern Maine by Mount Katahdin, Moosehead Lake, like where Appalachian Trail ends. I live by East Bumfuck. I'm 45 minutes past Bangor, where Stephen King lives. And my family lives in Lewiston. Heather lives in Saco. I'm 2 to 3 hours away from anybody I know. I bought this place on a whim because I paid $255 a month rent. And I own the trailer for $15,000, so I love it. It's cheap the fuck up here. But I get scared. There's a lot of lore up here, which I went off track. I'm sorry. My first experience, ghost-wise, besides that, I'd say probably would be Parsonsfield Seminary. It's in Parsonsfield, Maine. It's Maine's first black and white school and first woman and man school. It burned, and 3 black kids and 1 white kid died in an arson attempt. And we got a tour of it, dude, and shit was just falling over. It was peculiar. Parsonsfield, see, something like you would say, middle of nowhere, no one knows, no movie, no book, needs to be known. Am I right, Brie? Nick?
Yeah. I would say for sure that would definitely be a place I would go highlight.
I mean, if I was Brie, I would ask to be getting some action tonight. Yeah, I know. Nick is pretty hot, isn't he? I love that beard.
You're gonna have to. I'll be throwing hands.
Like that's Virgil that said that. It's two dudes after your man, so I think you're good. Sorry to carry on, but I think if you guys came to Maine, I think we'd have some fun. I'd show you a lot of cool, not just movie filming places for Stephen King, Pet Cemetery, but I think you guys really want to see the unknown. You want to see where mermaids have been seen, where pirate ships have been seen, shit like that. We're gonna keep going. We get another 20 minutes in, you guys. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Nick, what are you planning to see yourself doing this year? Do you see yourself going to more places with Brie? Do you see yourself settling down? Maybe writing a book? Maybe conventions, a speaker? What do you think?
Oh, well, a little bit of all of that. I will actually, my book is being finished. That'll be coming out here in the next month or two. Right now, honestly, it'll probably be about 20 conventions this year.
Wow, you guys are on fire. Milk it, Brie. Take it.
Lot of collabs this year with people.
Yeah.
And we have some events coming up. First one's May.
Collab?
No, that.
Oh, our first event is going to be May 25th at Olive Hill High School that we were just at last weekend. It's going to be Brooke and I that are going to be headlining.
Brooke Pretzel?
Yep.
Oh,
Sponsored.
Wildwood, my girl. All right.
Sponsored by OWPS.
Yeah, so that's personally our first event.
Send me everything you need after the show. Obviously tomorrow when I'm not buzzed, but tomorrow I'll share the fuck out of you. Know that I get your back, Nick. You're part of the crew. You know that.
And then
I need
the
to
other
meet you.
one.
I'll give you all a bear hug. I already hugged Brie. I started the Warren Con. You weren't there though in Connecticut, were you?
What?
Yeah, we can announce that.
Okay.
Yeah, we can announce that.
Announce what?
I mean, we're still planning it out, but
What? Speak. Yes.
He wants some unknown stuff here. He wants the real deal.
the real deal.
Historically, at the Vodcast, we get 25 people watching, which is not bad. So it'll be on the YouTube channel tomorrow. You can watch it in the archives. Nick Carboni and Brie Hollingshead have something to say right now. We'll hear it first.
Well, we will be doing an event October 26th at Wildwood. It'll be myself, Brie, Brooke, and Zach.
Oh my God, four of the sexiest motherfuckers you ever wanted to meet. You're going to be all in one place, one of the hottest places in New York City. Is there tickets available for that coming soon?
They will be. We're
Will be
still
soon.
in the finalization. Like we're getting everything planned because we're also helping Brooke with the There Is Hope Paracon as well.
Yeah.
There's Hope's big this year. I see they
Yeah.
changed the name and the banner. Yeah.
So we're in the process of helping her get a lot of that stuff finalized as well.
Where are y'all right now? I'm going to ask you, what's in the background? You guys get shit on the walls there?
Oh,
Certain
this
trinkets?
is our office.
So very cool.
Yeah.
Just pictures of, friends, teams, people a lot of events that I had held at the Bell when I put that on the map. Ghostbuster shit.
Yeah, boy.
It's, people,
Haunted objects.
people would say, oh, well, I got all these pictures of these celebrities on the wall, like para celebrities, but like we know them.
Yeah.
Right.
They're friends of ours. So, and it's like out of respect, it's like,
You guys are real. I sense the shit and I see what you're doing. And people would give me shit for going live. And I think it's great because you're sharing. If you don't like it, don't tune in. If people think that you're doing it to show off, don't fucking fuck them. You guys are doing great causes, man. I'm going to steal a good fucking 15 minutes out of you because you guys are great talking
You're
to.
fine. Keep going.
I'm pretty buzzed right now. I'm sorry. I like I told Heather, I'm up here for the week. I see her tomorrow after work. I'm going to go see her, and I'll hang out with her for the weekend. And I come up for the week, and I'm alone. I don't know anybody up here. So I look forward to my podcast. So I talk to the people I know. And Brie, I booked you knowing who you were, but as you being my client, and of course, as Nick sending me 1, 2, 3 people towards me and talking, I've gotten to know you guys, and I really respect the friendship, and I respect who you are because I honestly turned a couple people down between you and me. And even the people now that want to come on, I go, I'm kind of full. I'll take people on if I have to, but at the same time, I think what you guys are doing is pure. So kudos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brie, like you said, you're a mother first. You do your stuff, you do it well, but you're taking some time for you. Where do you see yourself next year? Or this year, rather? Same thing with Nick, conventions, all that shit.
Wherever you see Nick, you're gonna see me for the most part.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
so
Fucking love it.
I'm actually gonna be speaking at I think 5 or 6 conventions this year, Paracons.
WarrenCon in Gettysburg?
I've got a table at the Bash.
I'll get you speaking. I got Tony coming on Leap Day, 29th of this year, Tony Spera. I'm going to tell him I got a bunch of clients that want to speak and talk and be there. Tony's good people.
Yeah. The Bash, I will be speaking with Sean.
You will be.
Yes, at the Bash, I will be.
You going live with the podcast after?
Probably not. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see if we'll do anything with the podcast there. We'll be there for a week, investigating a bunch of places.
Really?
Collabing with some people.
That a boy.
Yeah.
You don't just go for the glitz and glamour. You go to Sachs Bridge. You go to Suicide Bridge. You go to the monuments.
Yeah, we go all over.
Yeah, we're gonna be there for a full week. So
I see you, Nick. I'm kissing you on the cheek. They're probably the right side one, just so you know. I respect that because some people just go for the glitz and glamour. You know what I mean? Not to down people, but they go to show up and, you know. Between you and me, I was good friends with Chris Sanders, who runs Salem or the fucking Sleepy Hollow Con. I won't work with him. If you guys want to go, don't talk to me because it ain't going to happen. He kind of rubbed me the wrong way. He saw me at the WarrenCon, which I got invited to and get in for free as Tony Spera's guest, and that's bullshit. I loaded Annabelle on stage. No bullshit. You can ask Tony Spera. And he came up to me and goes, "Hey, hater." I go, I don't think so. I don't give a fuck. I died in a car accident for 38 seconds when I got hit on a head-on collision. My mom died. I don't fucking put up with shit. You guys are cool. I don't need to kiss your ass. I fucking love you guys. I think you're great. Oh, Donnie Green, my sponsor. The guy that hit Gage in Pet Sematary, the actor in Stephen King's movie. What's up, brother? Nice hat. Thanks. I know you sent it to me. I appreciate what you do, Nick. That goes kudos with me, Brie. I didn't know you guys did home cases. Either of you told me that. I didn't know that, Brie. You got to disclose that shit with me. I'm your manager.
that's him that does the home cases.
You must help. You must assist.
She was briefly on one.
Okay.
And you know, it's like a small
psychic.
I'll be honest with you, it's like a small network of teams that actually do real residential cases where you're there from start to finish through the clearing process and everything, you know. So we kind of talk to each other, type of thing, but it's just a different ball game.
But Brie, I mean, with your abilities, are you still kind of not learning, but you're still kind of like adjusting what you know as far as psychic, empath, these abilities? Do you have it under control, or do you learning?
I've got some of it under control. Some of it I'm learning, like the feeling people, the empathic.
What the fuck?
Okay, I got a girlfriend.
I'm getting trolled hard. Thank you, Virgil.
Virgil's gonna get blocked.
So
How's gonna kick your ass, honey?
good thing you're in Manchester.
Time slot to the local library would help our kids understand what the heck is going on in their life. All right, guys. If you're gonna talk good questions, guys. We're gonna cut it. I know we got 20 people watching. Anyway, Brie, go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, like I can do readings. I can go in and read a location. I get visions. Woodlawn was actually quite interesting for us that we just did. I walked in and was able to do the psychometry and saw some stuff. I had visions all throughout, and actually reached out to a couple people. I had a friend on who's a medium as well, and she took notes the whole way through, and
Virgil's block.
I was able to validate what I had seen. And Nick and I actually learned something pretty interesting from Woodlawn. But
y'all keep notes, Nick? You guys write notes and shit? You must keep
that's
a lot.
something I'm learning I have to do now.
I actually discussed that with her on the way home from Kentucky about when she does her walkthroughs from now on to keep a journal, like front bedroom, blah, 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 master bedroom, blah, blah, blah. Because I was telling her, on our residential cases, we keep all the paperwork that we have, from forms to research to pictures to evidence logs to waivers. I mean, everything always stays in a file. So let's say a client calls 3 years later, I can review her case briefly really quick and then jump right back into it. And I was telling Brie she should do the same thing with these readings. So we go to this place this year, next year when we go back, she'll do it again and compare notes. How was it different?
Yeah. And so I'm going to be starting to do that, especially with how eye-opening Woodlawn was for both of us with what I saw. And I actually had it validated with a couple other mediums that were on the live. I spoke to actually Leah, who was on. I spoke to her.
Leah, the intuitive medium there from Salem.
And so she was able to validate. And I spoke to my friend Kennedy, who's a medium, and she was able to validate what I saw. And yeah, Nick and I learned something pretty interesting about ourselves at Woodlawn, to say the least.
Say the least, y'all are on fire. Everywhere you look on any social media, there's fucking Brie and there's Nick. Whether Nick's farting or Brie's fucking dancing, doing a weird.
Yeah, that's what I do now. I go to raise the vibe. I go to dance and sing.
But it's entertainment, but it's seriousness. It's an enlightenment. I think it's kind of a full capsule, if that's fair. 21 people watch it still. People are
listen, guys. Listen, let me say something real quick.
Questions, if you want them, guys. Ask serious questions.
All right. If you go into a location and you want to have a positive ghost hunting (parentheses) experience, you need to raise the vibration in the place.
Mm-hmm.
Because your negative stuff, if you're not in a negative mindset, you're good. But if those negative work on lower vibrational energy. So if you start raising the vibration, you won't have to worry about all that negative stuff.
Which is why I do what I do. We go and because you also got to think
put together.
Hinsdale House, it had a family in there at one point.
Yeah.
I got all kinds of the place lit up like the 4th of July after I started doing the Cupid Shuffle. So I turned around, I did it at Woodlawn, I did it at Wildwood. We had a doll that is motion sensor turns on, the doll turns on, a 36-foot trip light blows out, and the temperature gauge on the REM pod goes off. And then after the trip light blew out, I started getting direct responses to questions with an IR light flashing. I still have to post these clips. And direct responses, the doll going off. I think that doll went off like 5 or 6 times on us. I did it at Blackford County Jail, and you can see where the lights are responding to me. Somebody ran out. It looked like they ran out of a cell to dance with me. When we were at Olive Hill High School, I started doing dancing and music, and the tripwire lit up like somebody was running up to me. The Boo Bear started going off. Other mediums that were in the chats, they were like, oh my God, we're seeing kids come out on the dance floor. And when I had walked in, I saw I had 2 different time frames and different visions that were overlapping. Like I saw a basketball game on the court, but then I also saw like a dance, like a prom going on. And there was girls on one side looking at the boys, and the boys would look, and then there was couples on the on the gym floor dancing. So it was weird. It was like an overlap of different energies, like different times. It's you got to be respectful though. I didn't do it at Woodlawn because the way the energy was at Woodlawn. Woodlawn was a whole different.
That the experience we had, it wasn't a good idea.
But
at where?
Woodlawn.
Woodlawn
Estate. And
you said the other place. What was the other place? You said that and the.
It was at Woodlawn where I didn't dance. But I was at the Olive Hill High School. We're having the event in May.
Olive Hill.
Yeah. So, but with Woodlawn, like he had a vision. I piggybacked off that vision. And then it was like the energy just kept shifting. And there was something not so nice walking around. Actually, we were on one side of the house. And this is the type of place where it's got like the 18-inch thick walls, plaster, brick, mortar. And we're on one side of the house. And we actually have one of those doorbell sensor alarms where it takes mass to set that off, and we had it on the floor on the other side of the house. There's no evidence of animals in this property. We did a daytime walkthrough. You can't get in the back. The only way in is the front door, and the front door is loud as hell. And that damn bell went off. And it was quite interesting to say the least, like everything that happened at Woodlawn.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about that or not.
I heard a lot about that place. Pretty creepy.
I said, I don't know if you want to talk about what Woodlawn or not.
Oh,
He looks baked.
I'm good. I had a response and I just lost it.
Well, we got 4 minutes left. Let's plug some shit. Can people find you guys on YouTube?
Yep.
Yeah, I do StreamYard, and it goes across Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So you can find my YouTube channel. Brie Hollingshead or at Paranormal Trippin' Brie.
And on TikTok.
At Paranormal Trippin' Brie. Instagram at Paranormal Trippin' Brie. And you can find me on Facebook, Brie Hollingshead. But you can just Google my name. If you Google Brie Hollingshead, all of my socials pop up.
And if you hashtag that on, you'll see it.
Yeah.
And as well as Remotely Paranormal. We'll plug that.
Remotely Paranormal, my show that we do across YouTube and Facebook. So that's me and Chris Smith from Hulu's Monster Inside, where I go solo into haunted locations and spend the night.
As far as haunted locations go, you and Nick are looking into getting your own haunted location to own that you can set up conventions, paranormal investigations, overnighters, the whole nine. So stay tuned for that. Old World Paranormal, Nick, where can we find that? It says Old World Paranormal Society, Old World Paranormal Podcast. Where's that all over?
All over social media. Just Google Old World Paranormal Society.
OLDE. OLDE. Old with an E. Old school. Old. Guys.
Just think old English.
Yeah.
Fucking tell him Adam sent you. Donnie Green from fucking some Pet Cemetery checking in. 2 minutes left to go. Anything we left out?
I don't think so. I mean, we're going to be all over the place this year. You're going to see us at numerous Paracons, at least 20 of them.
We'll have you back on. You're my client, Brie. We'll have you back on. We have a client free for all the 1st of April. We'll have you and Nick back on. Nick, if you want me on your show, I'll come on your show. But I'd like to have you guys both on again this summer. We'll talk about where you've gone, where you've been, the whole nine. If you guys need Brie for a speaker, you want her for a podcast, her and Nick, hit up Historically Haunted Booking LLC on Facebook. We'll work out a plan and a time. You want her to speak at a convention, come to a convention, hit us up. We'll work out some kind of sort of deal. She comes with a price tag, hotel room booked, travel fees booked, the whole nine. But she'll come to your convention at a fee. So hit us up. With 2 minutes to go, anything I left out?
I think we covered it. Do you? Anything left out?
Let's see. Use your head and don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Fucking simple, ain't it?
Yeah.
But also, like, y'all just live life. I love it. I love that y'all every day is an adventure with your home, whether you're moving, whether you're checking out a cemetery or you're checking out a haunted place or doing a podcast. You guys just do it.
Yeah, we thoroughly love it. I mean,
And we found each other, so
Jimmy Brown. That other fucking asshole is blocked. You guys aren't. This will be on YouTube tomorrow. I'll load it up tomorrow, Saturday, and the historically haunted thing will be the archives forever. And follow Nick Carboni in the Old World with an E, Paranormal Society podcast and paranormal. Check out Be Like Brie Hollingshead at fucking Jesus. Be Like Brie hashtag remotely paranormal. Thank you guys for putting up with my drunk ass. I love y'all, and thank you guys for watching.